I'm Brett, and I play guitar in Youth Death Club.
Hey, I'm Tyler. I'm the vocalist of Youth Death Club.
I'm Tom, and I also play guitar in Youth Death Club.
I'm Dan, and I play bass in Youth Death Club.
I'm Devin, and I play drums in Youth Death Club.
And this is the PERNcast.
Yeah! Cool. Fucking A. All right. All right, guys. See you later. That was great.
Good show. Let's wrap it up.
Oh, these guys are actually good.
Yeah. Was it Silo?
Silo.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one with like Jason Momoa for a bassist. Or
Yeah.
whatever.
They're all like studs with muscles and stuff.
Dude, that's how I feel about that Blind Spot from
Blind
New Jersey.
Spot, yeah.
Dude, the first
I
time,
hate them.
the first time we met them, the one guy, the lead singer's like, he looks like Luigi Mangione. He's like handsome and he's like ripped, and I was just like, I hate this guy.
I muted your guitar so you could fiddle with it if you want.
And then I talked to him, and he
I
was
muted
the
the
nicest
guitar
guy I
so you
ever
can
met.
fiddle with it now and it won't make noise. Unless you want it on while we're playing, you could randomly just throw chugs in.
That's his stimming toy. He needs to.
I do stim a lot, so.
There, it'll add a little flavor to the conversation.
Can I just randomly go, oh!
You can.
If you're into it, dude, I mean, you do whatever you want.
Dude, I'm into a lot of things.
I'm just gonna talk like a normal person.
You should do that whenever something like exciting or cool happens. Just, oh, that's fucking sick.
Or whenever the attention gets away from me. Yeah, everyone look at me.
All right, we are officially rolling. Youth Death Club is in the house. Right off the rip, I'm just going to say it. This is not the Youth Death Club I met
Yes.
at the Whack and Metal Festival. What's
Got
going
some,
on? What's
got some
happening
new
here?
Faces on the band, on the drums and on the bass. We welcome this year Dan and Devin. Yeah, you guys can talk about it. Devin.
Tyler, can you inch a little bit closer to the mic when you talk?
Tell us about
Yeah,
the
I gotcha.
breakup. Give us the juice. No, I'm kidding.
I mean, there is definitely some drama to the breakup, but I think that it's still a little too new to talk about.
No, we don't need that.
So, I mean,
tell,
what
how
would
did
you say? Everybody who we parted ways with, we hate and we suck. They suck. No, they're great. They're great, and they're very talented musicians, and we do wish them the best. It's just the direction we wanted to go into the band is something very different from what we were starting out with.
Mm-hmm.
We wanted to bring ourselves a more tight and more like rounded professional sound, something that can translate from a lot like something that we were really good with before was our live energy shows, and that's great. It did not translate well to recording. When we went to record, we did not get the product we wanted.
Okay.
So we were like, something needs to change. We tried to have the change with the previous members, and it's just something that wasn't working out. So we, Dan and Devin have been great fits for the band. Both of them are very passionate about what they do, and I think that it really helps us elevate our sound, not only when we try to record, but when we play live as well.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it's got to be a total package when you're a band in a unit, right? It's all gotta click. So no, it's good. Sounds like everybody. I guess you're feeling good now. This is the unit.
Yeah,
So-
our lawyer wrote that. So
It sounds right.
keep it. Yeah.
Yeah. I think he crossed all his J's there, so that sounded really good. So you were talking about, I guess. Now,
What the?
Sorry.
it's the record company.
Yeah, the
My
lawyer's
boss.
call.
The lawyers are calling. Want to make sure everything was right.
Yeah, it actually turns out our old drummer and bassist are suing us right now.
The NSA reported my phone to them. They're calling me now.
You have to act quickly. So when you talk about now that, we found the unit, we're ready to get going. Was there a vision in the beginning of Youth Death Club? Like, what got it going? What's the origin story?
I mean, so originally when me and Tyler first started writing,
It's okay.
originally when me and Tyler first started putting everything together and thinking about what we wanted to do, it started off as this huge like concept piece type deal. And then eventually, like when we got everyone else together, we were kind of just throwing influences at the wall to see where we wanted to go. So originally we were stepping more into like the deathcore, more aggressive, chuggy, breakdowny, all that types of stuff.
Right.
It's not the most accessible form of music for everybody too, and I think we wanted to step out of our element a little bit more instead of just heading towards breakdowns and everything like that. We wanted to add a little bit more of our own personal influence to everything. And and that's just kind of like took off where our direction was headed to,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
it just felt more comfortable for us.
Sure. Yeah.
You could tell that it changed. Like it doesn't sound so deathcore-y, but
Yeah.
it sounds really really cool. And there's influences of all different types of stuff. Do you guys have any idea of how you wanted to approach your sound or anything like that, or was it just like you guys got together and what came out came out?
Yeah, a little bit. Like later on in the band, that's kind of like what happened. But in the origin, like it started with me and Brett. I wrote a drum track for the one song we don't play anymore on our demo called Rats back in like 2019, and I sent it to Brett. And I was like, hey, we should do something that's like heavy, hardcore, kind of like an old school kind of punk vibe as well. And from there, we started to just hang out more, sorry, and just like play and jam around. And then that's when we found Tom and started to get the project really going. And I feel like after the first year, we were like, yeah, let's be this super hardcore heavy band. And then we're like, that's not us personally. Like, I don't really listen to much like super heavy music. So I wanted to do something a little bit more in the realm of the music I listen to and the stuff I love to do. I love a little groove. I love a little bass.
Oh wow.
So that's kind of like where we transitioned to more of a turnstile. Like our influences are Turnstile and Knock Loose if they had a baby.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna ask
Yeah.
that.
You kind of get that idea when you get, but I mean, you have your own sound too. I mean, when you guys were playing, now that you say it, I can hear it, but it didn't come, while you were playing. It just, to me, you guys have like kind of a unique sort of heavy melodic tone to you. So that's good.
Thank you. Yeah,
Yeah.
we also have been doing a lot more like new metal leaning stuff lately.
With like the rhythms and the
Yeah.
grooves of stuff.
Like
right?
that first song that we played, that was written. I sat down at my house one day and I was like, "What makes a Limp Bizkit song go so hard?"
Mhm.
And I was like,
Nice.
"Okay." So and then I just like dissected it and I was like, "I want to write a song like that." And that's how I came up with that.
Okay.
We filled it out together. And
You can kind of you could get that vibe from it, which is awesome. It makes you guys really unique. So, what's your guys' approach to this next? Because we do have the 2 new members. Do you guys have a different approach that you're going to take now when it comes to recording the new songs after the Slime EP?
Yeah, I think we're actually gonna break up after this.
That's it.
No,
It's done.
For real.
the lawyer said not to talk about that either.
We're actually in the process of. We're gonna start recording an album soon. We're gonna probably
A
do
full
something
length?
Yeah.
like 9-10 songs.
Okay. Yeah.
9-10 songs. We're
That's
gonna
a
bring
lot
some
these
of
days.
those
Yeah.
songs from our demo Slime over, and kind of like revamp them, give them a better recorded version, polished sound.
Okay.
So,
What? Yeah. Let's actually talk about Slime real quick. So that came out in April, right?
420, baby.
Yeah.
Oh, well, was it? Was that strategic?
That was strategic.
Oh, okay, well done. How did that come about? Like, because that's like I would imagine your first wave of music in general, right? Were there other songs too that maybe didn't make the cut for that?
Yeah.
So
We're saving them for the deeper cut for
Oh.
the album. Some of the songs we still play them live, but we're saving them for the album.
Okay.
Should we mention the trilogy?
Oh yeah. So, so when Brett was saying originally when we started this album or this band, it was going to be a concept band, and the whole concept in my head, I was like, what would the world be like in 2099? Because I was born. It's stupid because I was born in 1999. So I'm like, what's 100 years from now?
Zoomer.
And like this whole idea I had is that Elon Musk becomes the president or becomes the king of the world. They go to Mars to colonize it. And they have Tesla cyborg robots on Earth who are watching over us and like taking all of our like produce, all of our food. And that's where we have a song called Rats. And the whole song is just a lore song. And it's basically about like all we have to eat is rats. Like we're being fucked over.
like
by
Demolition
Elon
Man.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah, kinda, yeah.
Yeah.
So then the whole concept was to be a 3-part EP where it's Slime, Six, Scum. And each EP is going to represent different stages. Like the first stage was about like the initial like fuck this man, like we need to get out of here. The second stage is about like kind of like also like a fuck this, and the third one's like an acceptance of like fuck this.
Oh,
Wow.
so have you abandoned that or is
No.
Okay,
It's
so
gonna be like we're gonna do it, but like on the side, kind of. It's gonna be a Bandcamp kind of release that like we're just gonna put out something that we can record, produce ourselves,
Yeah.
and not spend money on it.
sure.
The stuff we're gonna spend money on, we're gonna like officially release and put
Okay.
it out.
I
This is
love
just,
the
like, a
idea. I
fun-
mean, that sounds super fun,
Yeah.
and like, I'm willing to bet you're super interested about the concept idea.
I love that. Yeah, that's something that I would be interested in doing as well.
We were
Um,
talking about this in the car, but I'm a huge rock opera guy, so I was,
Yeah.
Something with like a beginning, middle, and end, right?
Yeah,
Like a story behind.
We had considered abandoning that trilogy, but me and Brett, we used to be in a rock opera band together, so like, we were just like, no, we got to finish it, you know.
What is it? Like when something like that comes up, like it's initially a concept, right, or just an idea. Like so, Slime essentially was written. It's the beginning stage of the whole thing, right? So what's the process like? Because it's not just your normal. I brought a riff. Let's make this song. This song is an individual idea, and it's about this. But now you're talking about like, it's a collection. It's like a collective, right? So, is the writing process? Is it any different than, being in your traditional band?
Funny enough, the whole writing process itself came a little easier than I thought it would. Especially like the way that Slime starts off. It's all based around the one, this riff. And you can hear that in 3 different songs on Slime.
Okay.
So my whole approach when it came to at least writing like the bass version of every song was just to kind of focus in that, like, triad's not the word, but like around those notes. So I like, ideally I wanted everything to kind of stay in key with that.
Okay.
But shift it around a little bit. Not so much like reuse the section, but kind of make the section different for every song.
Okay.
So it's kind of like its own thing, but it still is representing like the story itself.
Yeah.
And then once it came to writing the second EP for Sick, again, it was sort of based around that, but I wanted to go a little bit heavier. So instead of it being in, the guitar right now is in B standard, I dropped the B string down to an A and just wrote everything in drop A instead.
Okay.
But I still tried to keep that motif going. I still just tried to keep like that feeling, that vibe of like helplessness and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Can we actually talk a little bit more? Because like you said, I'm interested in this Elon Musk thing. So yeah, I mean, I guess just in general, explain more about what this concept is.
So this is like when we wrote the concept for this was actually before everybody hated Elon Musk, so I feel a little ahead of the curve on this one. This was like back in 2019, 2018 when he like made an appearance on Rick and Morty.
That's crazy early.
Yeah, so
that's
and like
very
I was
early.
like, oh my god, this guy, like, he wants to go to Mars. He has all these like self-driving cars. He's up to something.
He's up precognition. That was
Wow.
I mean, I feel like I've seen enough movies in my life to know, like, all right, he's not fucking Iron Man.
Yeah.
He's not Iron Man, so he's definitely
Lex
up to
Luthor.
something. Yeah, he's up to something. So like the whole concept just came of like, also how I feel about the real like class divide that is happening in America. I'm a firm believer of like, this is a touchy subject, but I feel like I'm a firm believer that they do things on purpose. They escalate the racial tensions. They escalate the tensions between different problems that people have to keep us divided. When one of the major problems we have in life is the class divide and how they hoard the money and the wealth. And like, people are dying, people are poor, they can't afford things, people are stressed out. And it's just a common thing you see throughout America, especially living in Philadelphia. We see it every single day.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So it's just something I really wanted to talk about, is like how I feel about the class divide and how that's a real thing that's happening nowadays. And I don't know much about politics at all, but like, I feel like anybody with 2 eyes can see. And sorry to anybody who has 1 eye.
they can still see, I'm sure.
Yeah, they can still see it. Yeah.
So it's basically about Elon Musk in some future dystopian world. He owns everything,
Well,
right?
So in the lore base, Elon Musk in like 2030, 2040 becomes the king of the world, and then it's his son AEXYZ who takes over and becomes the king of Mars. So it's kind of him in a way, but yeah, and then all the cyborg Teslas are down here on Earth watching over us.
Oh my gosh. And so what happens to like the middle class or like even just the upper class? Are they also just getting rats
Well,
and
upper
screwed?
class is out in Mars. There is no
Okay.
more middle class. It's all just lower class. It's all, everybody's just on Earth eating rat. And like, the whole concept of it behind too is like everyone's just like accepting it. Everyone's like, you know what, this is life. This is it. Like, I mean, we get rats. We get some fresh meat.
That's how life seems to work too. I mean, you ever
Almost.
see the I forget what it's called. I think it's Plato or Socrates. It's the allegory of a cave. Basically it states that whatever you're seeing, whatever's put in front of you, ends up being your reality, and you just get used to it. It's just how it is. So
You're presented with no alternatives, so it's what you accept.
Yeah, exactly. It's what you see is just, it is what it is. So yeah, I mean, that's cool. I would love to see, you delve into that and stuff, because I mean, eventually people would just get used to Elon Musk being our king.
Yeah.
So
And,
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was just gonna say no shade. I don't no shade to people who like Elon Musk or anything like that. But there's no doubt some type of class BS going on. So I definitely understand that, and I think it's a cool concept. I would be interested in seeing more.
Also, on this topic, a pretty good friend of mine who has been playing D&D and stuff like that for like 20, 30 years now, he wrote a campaign completely based on it, on like the original concept.
Oh, wow.
That's
Yeah.
so cool.
That's sick.
Yeah.
Wow,
I haven't
that's
had
awesome.
a chance to play it yet, but I read the module for it, and it's awesome.
We should get the modules
You
printed
guys
and
are
sell 'em.
already super influential. You've already invaded a whole nother medium.
The thing that-
Whenever you guys are ready. You don't need to do any intros or anything like that. We're going to do all that during the chat.
We're Youth Death Club, and we're here to fuck you up.
Yeah.
I just said don't do that. I see what kind of day this is going to be.
Yes, sir. this whole trilogy that we were doing too, I was the first one to be like, guys, let's abandon it and start like doing something else. And they're the ones who are like, no, we really should see this through.
Yeah.
Because like I think that's the funny thing about writing music and writing in general is like you have a base idea, and then like it goes so far off the rails that like it's not the original idea anymore.
Right.
And that's kind of like where I see with the new band now. The first song we played, Deadbeat, it's like I'm trying to write more things that are I feel like connect more to me as a person. And I feel like if I can write things that connect to me, it can also connect to general audiences and people as well. They can hear that and be like, fuck, I relate to that too.
Right, yeah. I mean, it's part of why we do it. There's a little ego in being a musician and a performer. You want the crowd to be involved to some extent. Actually, in our music, it's really important because it's a lot of emotion and energy all mixed together. So, yeah, you want that reciprocated to you. That's cool. So now I'm like really intrigued. So you have this other idea, which essentially is not the main focus, right? So what's the focus of the actual record then? Like, so what's the, I guess, the release plan and the vision behind that?
So I guess I'll name drop our plans. Our plan is
if you're comfortable saying,
yeah,
of course.
Well, it's
If
not
the lawyers
there's
are comfortable.
Can you
we don't have
ask
any
the lawyers
Non-litigious as possible, please.
So let me read real fast from what they said. So the idea behind like what we're doing, we have no release date. We didn't even start recording yet, so it's all just ideas. But the idea is that the album's gonna be called Pulse, and it's gonna be just like kind of representing the band that like we got a new pulse of life into us. And I think a lot of the inspiration just comes more from personal, everyday like anxiety and things that like I go through a lot, and I just want to talk about and vent about like. Things I like to think about the lyrics that I write. It's not about a specific moment or a thing that's happened to me. It's like a combination of everything that's kind of happened. Like it's not like, oh, I got anxiety from this one moment from fighting with a friend, but it's like I've had that moment 10 times over. So I know the feeling, and I just want to write about that feeling.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like our song Deadbeat is kind of just talking about shitty friends and shitty people in your life who just kind of think the world owes them something.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to say anything else other than we wrote that song with the heavy inspiration after we got rid of some members in our bands.
Wow. Fair enough.
Stirring that pot.
I mean, that's good. That's a good way to draw
I didn't
inspiration.
say it.
Yeah, I feel like I saw something the other day that said it's tough to be a musician, especially like I can't relate to this part, a musician who makes money off of it, because like you're constantly in the writing cycle, you're constantly thinking about writing, that you forget you need to live a little bit to actually write music.
Yeah.
And you need to have experience in life.
Yeah, take something from it and be able to put it, or I mean, for it to be genuine anyway,
Yes.
right?
And that's why it's tough. I get a lot of writer's block because I'm like, I want what I'm saying to be genuine, but I also want it to be cool as shit. Like I want it to be like, this is awesome lyric that like you can scream back at me, but also I want it to like feel something for me.
Yeah.
There is something special when you're screaming something that really means something to you on stage. I think there's a couple things about it. One, it's just special to you, but two, also, I think people can feel when you're really feeling something up there. So if you're ingenuine, you're not screaming about something that you actually feel, then I think the audience can kind of sense it. But if you're up there and you're screaming about something that you really feel, then I think they reciprocate it really well.
Yeah, they could see it on you, Especially,
Yeah.
I mean, for you guys being the front man, I mean, you're the focus of things, so if you're phony, they're gonna know.
I'm a firm believer of I like to wear my emotions on my sleeve. I like to I don't believe what's the saying, like fake it till you make it. I hate that saying because like I'm like, just if you don't know something, you don't know something. Like learn it and be honest with yourself and the people around you, so you can actually. So that's why I try to like also show in my performance. I try to show like a part of me, and that's why like it's so weird when we're performing down here. Because I'm used to I want to go out there and like it almost feels like a mask I'm putting on. I'm like releasing some part of myself. While like when we do recordings, it's tough because it's just like
it's a completely different environment. Yeah, I mean you're
it's
really,
a mental thing.
You're documenting. You're not performing. You're not do it in your natural element. That's really what recording is. You're like documenting your music just so people can hear it as they do. But yeah, it is different than playing live.
Yeah, I still have my shirt on, so.
Yeah, it's already weird, man.
It doesn't happen when it's live. Yeah.
If Tom doesn't take his shirt off during a live set, we all feel weird about it.
That's how you know it's a bad show.
Yeah,
That means I
It's a
didn't take
bad
my
show.
Adderall that day. That's what it is.
Is it a progressive thing? Like it comes off later?
Yeah, usually, yeah.
Yeah.
After
Up
like the
something.
first or second song.
Maybe sometimes beforehand. It depends on how wild I'm getting. How many
many
PBRs I've
twisted
had in me.
teas.
Talking about playing live, I mean, that's how we met you guys. We met you playing live at a show at the Walk-In Metal
Wacken.
Fest.
There
Yes.
we are. We're down there.
Particulars about that show aside, and whatever, we talked about it off camera, but actually seeing you guys play, I think, and we were talking about Silo earlier.
Yeah, they're awesome.
Yeah, they're awesome.
Yeah, we're actually playing
They're
with them
coming.
next week, and they're
Yeah.
coming on the show.
Oh,
So
hell yeah.
yeah, we've stayed close with them. They're super fucking awesome guys.
Nice.
But I mean, yeah, that night, although like the performance side of it of playing there wasn't like maybe the best for everyone, especially us three, we all like met each other, and it was
Yeah.
a really cool night. What do you guys remember about that?
There's a lot I remember. About that.
How shitty it was.
Besides the Polish
Yeah.
mob all showed up that
Yeah,
day.
yeah.
I think I remember that part too.
North Jersey Polish Mafia showing up for their power metal band.
I already have a certain like disdain with New Jersey, so like just
Here
when
we
the-
are
when the
at your
night
house.
I don't know.
progressively
I don't
kept
know
going.
why. It's so wonderful here.
What? Said nobody besides you.
Jug handles.
All right, you want me to get into my New Jersey rant?
Go
Right?
Birds.
All right,
Yep.
real
Go
fast.
Birds, dickhead.
I say this all the time. I'm a firm believer. I hate that North Jersey acts like they're part of New York. South Jersey acts like they're Philly. It's like you guys got the best farmland in the entire United States of America. Everybody inside New Jersey should be farmers.
We're from Central Jersey, so like we
Yeah.
don't get it.
Yeah.
Is,
Be farmers, man. You
there
guys got the
even a
best
Central
tomatoes.
Jersey?
You guys got the best sweet corn.
Tomatoes.
Yeah.
Tomatoes, yeah.
The maters.
Maters. No, you're absolutely right. There is there definitely is a regional thing about Jersey.
Jersey produce. I'm a chef, so like I love like good produce. I know when like the food is good, and like all of the good food I've had was from Jersey.
Yeah,
And,
Oh,
but the
wow.
worst highways in the city come from.
we
We're
have
in
our,
country.
we have our highs and lows. Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw a person die on the 42 on my way to work one time.
Oh
I
my
believe
gosh.
it.
There's a lot of lows when it comes to Jersey too.
Mhm.
Actually, can we speak a little bit about Wacken still, because one thing I do want to say, and to the people listening, is if you get a chance to see this band live, go see this band live, because like what they're saying, like how we're talking about, he wears his heart on his sleeve and his emotions come out. You can feel that when you guys are playing. You could feel your energy. You could feel the emotion. I felt it, and that's why I immediately gravitated towards you guys.
Thank you.
What did you guys think about the venue? Did you like Dingbats at least? Was that fun?
That was actually probably one of the best stages we played on.
Okay.
The stage there is really nice. The people who work there are awesome.
Mhm.
I think the lady who does the booking, she used to work at Champs Bar and Grill back
Michelle.
in the day.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
did. Yeah.
Which
She's
rest
ca-
in peace.
Michelle's awesome.
Me and Brett played Champs like 14 times or some shit.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Oh, they're gone.
Yeah,
Yes.
Champs is gone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
R.I.P.
they went down, I think, during COVID.
Oh, bummer.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Another victim.
Yeah, it was
There's
my
a
first
lot
place
of
I
good
played
venues
at
that
in like
went down.
2014
Yeah.
was at Champs. What's so funny about me and Devin, we go back like many years, like probably 10, 15 years now.
Okay.
And our first bands we used to play together because like like when you're teenagers you always like beef with each other like our band's better, but both bands suck. Like both bands
Worst
are
thing you've ever heard,
terrible.
Yeah, my band had Tyler feature on a cover of Day to Remember. What was the song?
I'm made of wax, Larry.
Yeah, yeah.
And Pray for Plagues as
in
well.
like 2015. Yes, that too. At Champs. So
Oh, so 10 years you guys go back.
yes.
Or more.
Yeah.
That's cool. How did you sit with that kind of history? How did you find your way into the group?
Yeah, actually I knew Tyler like since we were teenagers, but I work at the Fire, so it's like the music venue in Philly.
Okay.
And I would book them for shows and stuff, and then he was just saying how they were looking for a new drummer, and it was kind of like, I'm like, this isn't the usual genre that I play,
Mhm.
but I was
What
like,
do you typically play?
I would say the other band I was in was like alternative rock.
Okay.
But I was like, I'll give it a go, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. If it does, it does, and then it did.
That's cool. Yeah. Here we
That's
are.
awesome.
Honestly, Devin becoming our drummer probably solidified our sound more than anything else
Yes.
did.
The lawyers have turned this show into a 12-minute interview. after all is said and done.
Oh yeah, because they keep cutting
They
everything
keep
out.
cutting everything
I
out.
feel bad for your editor.
I was curious about your background in drumming, because this is a totally different project than like alternative rock.
Right.
So what's like some of the other bands you've been in? What's some of your favorite artists?
I was in a band called Menace of the Canvas, and we played from 2015 to like 2021, and that was like I would say alternative rock to hard rock kind of style. At that time, we were like really inspired by like, well, one of my favorite bands is Brand New,
Nice.
but you know they're like controversial. I know that, and like I don't support like Jesse Lacey at all, but I love the music, and like that's what I grew up like listening to.
Yep.
And then like Royal Blood was another big inspiration for our band at the time, and yeah, just stuff like that. Like I would say like I'm more in like the emo stuff with like less fast paced and like fast like double bass playing. So I'm not like used to that, but I'm getting used to it now with like I've been in this since July, so it's definitely I see it like I would not be able to do pretty much like 90% of the stuff I feel like I could do better now.
Wow.
On the drums with the bass pedals in particular.
It's got to be pretty cool. It's accelerated your
your
growth, right? So that's
I
pretty
love
cool.
to like just like see the progress and like look back at our like first shows and be like, damn, it's so much. Like you look at the same song we played at like one of the first shows, and it's like just looks. The progress from then is just like awesome to see.
Yeah, it's got to feel good. Yeah. Actually, I brought this up with our last interview because it's a part that we don't usually talk about.
Right.
Practicing and like drilling and getting better. Like, do you guys have? Do you try to like make time like for any regular regimented thing, or are you currently learning anything new you're excited about?
I have a work phone that they're only allowed to reach me on between the hours of 9 to 5.
There you go.
We kind of just wing it most of the time. No, but we try to practice, but
even on your own, like
like
the guitarists. Like, do you guys
like religiously? Yeah.
Anything like? What are your?
I mostly just do like rhythmic pattern like practices and stuff, and then aside from that, like I've just been, I have severe ADHD, so the Adderall wasn't a joke, like, and I'll go home and like I'll go home and like I'll just like lock in, and then I'll just start like mixing and recording stuff for like 9 hours straight, and a lot of that is either just like new song ideas or just like rehashing old stuff. So mostly I'm just practicing like rhythm and then like song structure to try to get myself better at writing stuff.
Gotcha.
Nice.
And Brett, you're over there noodling while we're talking, man.
Yeah, that's pretty much my whole process. I just like to go up and down the fretboard and stuff like that. I'm a very sloppy guitarist, so I try to do as much as I can to keep myself like not as sloppy. A lot of times I will practice to like punk songs and stuff like that. I love early Green Day, so like I'll play through the entire Dookie album, the entire Nimrod album.
That's awesome.
Yeah, a lot of old like thrash metal. Like I grew up on Anthrax and Metallica and stuff, so like I'll try to run through most of the songs that I can play at least.
Yeah. Same here. I mean, I learned guitar with Metallica. That was basically them and Nirvana were the ones who taught me how to play.
First song I learned was One by Metallica. When I got
I mean, similar.
Nice.
I think Enter Sandman was mine.
Yeah.
When I picked up the guitar, so.
Paranoid by Black Sabbath was one of my first songs. Paranoid and War Pigs were like, they were the reason I actually like picked up the guitar and was like, okay, I need to learn how to play the Iron Man riff because it's fucking sick.
Yeah.
Same thing with like Paranoid. The Paranoid's just like it's fast and it's fun. War Pigs is such a cool like droning to it.
Yeah.
And this is all like shit that came out in the 70s too. So
yeah,
like,
I mean,
people weren't doing stuff like that. So even to like little 13-year-old me, like that was the coolest shit in the world.
Yeah.
Still the coolest shit in the world.
It still is, yeah, absolutely.
Time, real quick. What happened here?
Oh, should we take a pause or?
We don't have to pause. I just want to see why this is.
Actually, I wanted to also, because we spoke about Devin, but I wanted to speak about Dan. Because you're also a new member as well. Like your history, how you got to the band, what some of your influences are.
So
I haven't been playing in like the music scene that long, maybe like 3 years, and I met Brett at a for this band. We're playing with them again on
December 20th.
Yeah, December 20th, called Don't Bite Your Tongue. And I was playing with this band Misery. They just broke up, I think, last month. But
Oh wow.
I joined them for like maybe 2 years playing bass, and that's pretty much it.
Was Misery like similar sounding to this, or?
No, it's like emo, like heavy influenced
that's
by
awesome.
My Chemical Romance.
It's so interesting the influences that you guys have. I also have a heavy emo background too. But it's so cool because, yeah, a lot of that stuff, like when it meshes together, it creates something really unique, which is what you guys have. You guys do have something really unique.
I mean, we just went around the room and we talked about Black Sabbath and Metallica. We talked about, I mean, you didn't mention really any super heavy bands. I mean, you said you do like some groove stuff.
My biggest inspiration is probably Bring Me the Horizon.
Okay, I mean, that's about the heaviest.
Tattoo on my,
That is awesome.
That's about the heaviest thing I heard so far. And then alternative rock, and you know, it's just great.
That's a beautiful album too.
That's the spirit.
Do you like their new stuff, or?
Yeah, I'm a big fan of all Bring Me the Horizon music. I'm a huge fan of their new album. I think Amen is probably their best song they've ever written in general.
You know what? I love their new album, but I haven't listened to it enough yet. I got to go back and listen to it again because it really is. I think they're one of those bands that they're so they're doing such unique and complex and interesting stuff. You know, it's not like a band where you just listen to one time and it's like, okay, I get it. I think you have to listen to it like a couple times to actually understand what they're doing.
Yeah, I like a lot of so my influence really comes from them from like the storytelling wise because their two newest albums it's a concept album.
Yeah,
and then I really like I love all of Slipknot, but specifically Slipknot and Iowa are very heavy inspirations for me. At least the chaos and like the intensity of the vocals is something I'm really like a big fan of.
That's cool because you do that too.
I think that Corey Taylor is very similar in that way, like on their older stuff where he like also wears his emotions on his sleeve. He's very straightforward about like who he is and what's going on with the music, and you could feel it. Like you could hear it in the recordings.
Ollie Sykes is pretty similar too. He puts his emotions on his sleeve.
Yeah, what's crazy? Me and Devin went to California back in 2022 because Slipknot and Bring Me the Horizon were playing with each other for the first time ever, and I was like, "Fuck it, let's go to California and actually go see them and like explore around." And we went there, and Bring Me the Horizon did a cover of Eyeless back on their very first album. I don't know if you heard it.
Of Slipknot's Eyeless?
Yeah,
no.
they Bring Me the Horizon did the cover. I'm like, oh my god, like they have to come on stage and like play the song together. They did not.
Oh wow,
that would have been sick.
That would have been so cool.
Oh my god, there'd been like 15 people on stage.
Yeah, dude, it would have been awesome. They did not play Eyeless that show at all, actually.
Oh yeah, true.
It's a bummer.
But it was a good time in California. When we went to California, the first night we went there, I booked the hotel room and everything. We got out there, and there's like a dead mouse underneath our bed, bugs crawling on the wall. And like when we get there, there's some like suspicious like guys like staring us down.
We got there at like 4 a.m. and like the check-in is like outside at a window in the middle of the motel.
That
like,
sounds
space.
reputable.
And so and then as we're waiting for the people to check us in, all these guys like start opening their doors to their motel rooms, and they're just like standing there like shirtless, like these bald like big dudes,
all tattoos
like,
up and down their head and shit,
and they're just like looking at us like stare,
and they're ripped.
Sounds
they're
like Eastern European mafia.
Yeah, I was
guys.
gonna say, the Russian mob was waiting for you.
Do you think the rat was left by Elon Musk? Like,
They
left you some
implemented
lunch.
That, yeah.
They heard
they're
about
like,
you.
They put that idea in. They're like, if this timeline doesn't happen with this band, then we're fucked. We're not going to Mars. So
Yeah,
it's a
that's what it
timeline
is.
thing.
There you go.
Do you mind if I take my shoes off though?
No. Get comfortable.
Get those bad boys out. Can we take
dogs
pictures
out.
of it?
The dogs are barking.
Point the cameras down to his feet.
We should have a foot angle.
Bass pedal camera.
Yeah.
All right, you can buy that.
Devin's foot cam.
Yeah. Sell them on OnlyFans.
That would be funny if
That's genius.
just like the conversation and then it just cuts to his feet.
Just
Like,
Honestly, I would be down if we did this for OnlyFans, a band podcast, but we're all naked.
There's nothing sexual outside of that. It's just
No,
Right.
yeah, no sex
just
allowed.
nude metal.
Yeah, we're just nude to be nude.
new genre, nude metal.
Nude metal.
Yeah.
I mean, fuck
Lay
it.
up.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
You guys ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
More brutal as we go.
I didn't consider that the tapping section without a rhythm guitar would sound a little weird. So.
Yeah. All right.
That's all good. Alright, I gotta switch.
Switching?
Switch get fiddles.
I love how beautifully heavy that got. It's just like, it just like you could feel how heavy that first breakdown, where it just got. I don't know. Like it wasn't just like a normal breakdown. It was like you went to punch him. It was like I wanted to punch something.
That's specifically, and so we wrote that. Like, well, when I wrote the lyrics for that, I was like, I want to write a song has like little to no meaning to me, but just song that complements the song.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, during that part, usually I jump off the stage and like if no one's moshing, I just start fucking throwing down in the pit.
Yeah.
So,
Hell yeah.
Tyler becomes
Suited for it.
Yeah.
yeah, they see me jumping off the stage, like, oh shit. Fuck.
It's on.
I'm pretty sure if I tried to stage dive and like we played a big show with a lot of people, they would just like move. Like, they would just get
The
up.
C would part.
Yeah.
I mean, that would happen to me too. There's no way anybody's
I'd
catching
pick
me.
you up. I'd pick you up.
I would pick you up too, man. We got each other.
Yeah, we're really happy and honored to be a part of this podcast. It's so cool what you guys are doing for the local scene. I know I said this earlier about glaze you guys on camera. Is that honestly, there's not a lot going on with local bands. Every band is out there just trying to get theirs and do their own thing. So it's really cool that you guys are giving us the opportunity to come up here and express ourselves in front of like a greater audience.
Nice.
So really, thank you.
No, thank you. Really, we got to do this together. So, I mean, we are very happy to provide the platform, but we wouldn't be able to do it if there weren't bands like you guys. So, thank you so much.
I feel like a lot of bands, as of recently at least, like a lot of bands are just genuinely stoked to just play music with
I think so.
bands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've met a handful of bands now that are just kind of like, we're here to have fun, we're here to party, and like if it goes somewhere, it goes somewhere. If it doesn't, it
So
doesn't.
we're here for the vibes.
Yeah. I mean, I would hope that continues to be the. I mean, you want everyone should, to a degree, take themselves seriously and try to, give everything their best effort and, have goals in mind and stuff. But I mean, don't take yourself too seriously. I mean, you're playing, for the most part, we're all playing in semi-empty clubs right now.
In front of other bands.
Yeah. So, I mean, but give it 100% while you're there and take your, do your craft well, but don't be an asshole.
Yeah, there's this bald guy that I share videos to them on Instagram. He always giving band advice, and he's saying like, if you're playing in front of a crowd of just the other bands, record it. You have internet content.
Yeah.
Is that guy Canadian by any chance?
Is he Canadian? I don't know. He always has a Starbucks cup.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I thought he was like just hearing him talk, and I think it's just a thing with when you hear like people talking about this in local bands, you always think they're in like a heavy act.
Yeah.
He's a drummer in like a yacht rock.
Yeah, I think
or like
I think it's like a cover band or something.
Yeah.
He does like corporate events and stuff like that. So
Yeah. I was like totally shocked to
money
see
with
that's
that.
what he was doing. But yeah, I think he's making a living doing
I'd
it.
probably make
Yeah,
that.
we're not in it for the money.
Good for him.
Yeah, we're if
You
you're
can't
doing
be.
this, you
We're
keep
in it
we're
for
clearly
spending
not.
money.
Yeah.
Hey, we made $9 in profit.
You guys made $9 in
Made $9.
profit.
Okay, so I don't know. Can I say the company name? I guess it doesn't matter. There's a printing company in North Philly called Do It Now, and they do merch deals for bands. So we got 25 shirts printed for the total after tax was like $189.
Oh wow.
Those guys are fucking awesome.
Yeah.
They got it done for us even a little bit faster than they normally would have, and you just pick it up from the warehouse. But anyway, yeah. So I've been calculating all the money that like we spend and then make back because we need to be better about it. We made $9 in profit.
Don't look at IRS.
I mean, the brag or anything,
But the $9 in profit also
Yeah, right.
kind of comes with like the fact that like that deal exists at all.
Right.
Because
Right.
half the time, a lot of these like drop shipped printing companies and shit, Printify and everything that we were using before, they're fast and they give you good results.
Quality of the shirts.
Problem is like you're paying like a premium for them, 'Cause
Yeah.
they're getting them printed in different countries and stuff,
Yep.
and they're just shipping them to you after the fact, and then now you have to figure that into how much you're charging people for it. So now you're selling a logo shirt for $15.
Right.
That doesn't feel right to me.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was actually going to ask, like, when you're selling your shirts, I mean, we were talking about this when we made our merch. We're like, all right, so we're going to print these. They cost this much. We're going to charge this much. We're not going to be like, whatever. We're just, we're going to stick to it. We're going to charge this much, and we're going to be smart about it. We're going to take that money and put it back into more shirts and do it the right way.
Yeah.
And of course, when people come up, they're looking at the shirts. Wow, these are really cool. Oh, we've only got $15. That's cool. No problem.
Yeah.
Like, immediately.
There's so
And then
many
you give one away anyway, so you might as
Yeah.
well just charge it down.
We just want someone to walk away with one of our shirts. That
Yeah.
was really.
I mean, it's like free advertising.
It is,
Like,
yeah.
You kind of gain something even though you lose money.
Yeah.
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 There's been times where
Right.
there's been times where people have come up to us and they'd be like, "How much is the shirt?" We would look at each other. We would be like,
Yeah. Well, I mean, at this point, we were like, "Wow, fuck, we gave one away for 10." I mean,
Yeah. Like, what if they talk?
yeah. I paid 20.
Yeah.
You guys are paying for it?
Yeah.
well, $9 in profit is actually really good because I'm pretty sure we're like negative $2,000.
That sounds alright.
Oh yeah. If I had factored in everything before that, from the beginning of the band onward, it would definitely be way worse. But I decided to save myself the sanity because I'm kind of the one keeping track of the finances at the moment because I bought like
He's our
cash
manager.
box and everything.
Basically.
Nice.
And I have our PayPal account that I can
He has a spreadsheet.
I do. I have a spreadsheet at home that automatically calculates merch cuts if the venue needs them and stuff like that.
I'm very proud of you.
Yeah, that's
Well,
awesome.
I used to be a manager. Round 1 in Deptford, New Jersey. Shout out Round 1. No, actually, I hate that place.
All the homies hate round
Fuck you, Round 1.
Wow, this
Fuck
is
you,
the-
Mike Katata.
This is the second time someone has publicly shamed their former employer. I love it.
Yeah, you can leave that in. I don't care.
It's insane.
Can we shame anybody on here?
Anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, and then after the fact, you can tell me that
we're cool guys.
I don't
Where are we going with this?
I don't mind. I don't mind shit talking people. I don't care.
I like to stir the pot. I ain't gonna lie. Like, if it doesn't involve me, and like I kind of be on the outside, I kind of go like going up to my family drama when I go up to see my family. I'm kind of like, oh my god, can you believe this? I'm like, what did they do? I'm like, oh my god, you're just hearing about this for the first time, so crazy.
Oops.
Yeah, no, but yeah, so like when you're getting all the merch and shit drop shipped, like, okay, so now you're paying, say you ordered, since I got 25 shirts for 189, that comes down to like $7 per shirt.
Mm-hmm.
That includes the printing and like the actual purchasing of the shirt, as opposed to like if you're ordering for like Printify, you're looking at a minimum of like, if you're doing a really basic one color design, you're probably looking at a minimum of at least 10 something per shirt.
Yeah.
And say you order 200 or 25, you're paying like 280 after taxes probably.
Mm-hmm.
And then so now you're looking at charging people, at least $12 a shirt.
Yeah.
And then you're hardly making any profit at all.
Right.
At that point.
Yeah.
Yeah, you probably spend more on gas money getting to the show.
Well, I mean, look, and if you're going to look at this like a business, you got to start looking at all that. My day job, I'm an operations manager, so I manage a P&L and people and budgets and all this other stuff. I haven't factored that much into this glorious hobby of mine, music and otherwise, because of the enormous amount of spend in this room and in my band and everything. And if I looked at it, I'd have a heart attack. But I'm sure if I sat down and actually balanced things out and did things strategically, might work out better for us. I really love hearing that you're doing that, though. And I think that's great information for other people that are listening and watching this. Younger bands, I mean, a lot of people have come in here so far and have talked about wanting to go away, on a tour, even a short one for like a week or so. I mean, that's
money.
I mean, just let's talk about going away for a tour. I mean, you have gas money, you have lodging, you have food, and you're talking
Requesting off from work.
Yeah, no income while you're away.
That's a good point.
And you're going to be out there playing gigs. You're the regional band from out of state. You think you're going to be going out and get a couple $100 a night? No, you're really lucky if you leave with anything. And
You're lucky if you get a bar tab.
Right, and that would come from. I mean, and any money you do make is coming from merch you bring, right? So that's your way to make money while you're on the road. So I mean, it's really tough for people at our level, to want to even branch out and do that, because we can only, in most cases, probably only get away for weekends or a week at a time. I mean, if we're really fortunate, I've seen people who have day jobs, or now we live in a time where we have remote work. So, I'm sure maybe there's a whole band out there that works remotely and they can.
I think I know a couple.
I actually do.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say who, but it's a different world now, and you can do things like that. But we're still, I have an on-site work job that I have to go to every day. I don't get to work from home, so that's not a reality for me. But I think these are things that aren't usually talked about. The expense.
Yeah, that's actually why I've been keeping a track of the expense, because we've been talking about we want to play. We're going to go travel to other places and stuff, and it's just not. I mean, none of us individually make nearly enough to pull something like that off, and even combined, we would hardly pull it together.
Right.
So I feel like it's something that if we keep band finances separate from our own and build them up, if I'm looking at if we have. That $9 went to our PayPal account or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm never if I'm hurting for money, I'm never gonna look at that PayPal account. That's the band.
Right.
Account.
Yeah.
So if you keep it separate in your mind like that, I feel like that really helps. And then you can build your own finances as a band, and that'll help you afford things like, say, we just need new equipment or something.
Yeah. We were able to do for one show that the one show we were actually paid for. We were paid $500 to play a show. We got booked, and we actually didn't play the show, but we signed an agreement, and the promoter, committed to pay us. So she paid us, which it was.
That's the best promoter I've ever heard.
We were begging her to not pay us.
I tried to return the money.
Yeah,
but
no, I have to.
But that bought us our Behringer mixer that we use at rehearsal. That we our rehearsal is pretty much set up like this. Everything's direct. We don't have any loud amps in the room. We mic up the drums. It's much easier and better to communicate, and it just that paid for that. I mean, never in a million years though. Especially just starting out, did we think we were going to get booked for $500? But it was nice that got that, and that having that mixer is. It allowed us to record our new single that we're going to drop soon, and we can record our entire rehearsal and play it back, and we have reference points to write music now. So I commend you for separating the finances, having it what comes in the band stays in the band. That's the right way to do it.
Yeah.
and that's the smart way to do it.
It can be hard to keep track of, but
Yeah.
I do think it helps a lot. I won't do it right now, but I'm gonna shit talk promoters a little bit.
Well, let's get. We were interrupted before. I just wanted to talk about. Can you get to promoters? I want to talk about getting booked. You guys like to gig like we do. What's your strategy on getting shows and getting in front of people and trying to, I mean, we can all get a gig on a weekend somewhere, but I mean, I'm sure you guys are doing the Hail Mary emails every now and then.
Yeah.
Right?
Dude, that's actually a majority of the time. It wasn't until recently we have people messaging us going, "Hey, you want to play the show?"
Yeah.
But for the first year and a half of the band, it was just us three, emailing out, sending messages to all these different venues. And a lot of the times we reach out to the venue, we find the bands, we put the bill together, and still have to pay a production fee on top of that all.
Yeah.
It's really tough to find a show where people need an opening act or they need someone, because usually
It's
you
so
put the
tough.
bill and they have it all ready to go.
Right. And then this is and who are you paying? You're paying a promoter, right?
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
We're the ones doing the
Yeah.
whole show.
Promoting.
Yeah. That's something I would like to talk about, because there are people we mentioned Michelle at Dingbats. She works her ass off to put on good shows. She's always blasting Facebook and Instagram.
She does
and
really good promotion.
gets the flyers together and gets good band, good bills together. Looks to pack the place out as best possible. I mean, you've seen there's Dingbat shows where they're it's a local show, but I mean they're full up but then there's other places or people, no names from me, but they're just buying a book of tickets and giving money at the end. But there's no effort.
They don't even put flyers up in the bar.
Right.
Just,
Yeah.
It's like, come on, guys, this is your venue.
Yeah.
They
Let's
do
promote it
nothing.
a little bit.
Yeah, there's a lot of promoters that do absolutely nothing.
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of promoters these days that when it comes time to actually promote, they forgot that's the title.
Yeah.
Or it became more about how much what percentage of the ticket sales am I getting?
Yeah. Or I mean, do you require $100 up front?
Right.
And you have to sell quote 10 tickets or whatever. Yeah.
The whole pay to play thing is such a scam, but it's honestly the sad way a band like us can make connections with people and
Exactly.
talk to the right people about getting onto shows.
Right.
We just played a show with Broken Side recently, back in September at halftime in Delaware.
Okay.
Was it October?
I think
Yeah,
it's
it was October
October
12th, I think.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I've heard of halftime.
It was a cool venue there, and it was really cool people. But I don't think they were the ones who put the show together. But we ended up bringing $200 or $300 in ticket sales to them, and I would have been fine if they gave us no money at all, because that's you're playing with a touring act.
Sure.
Usually, and they gave us $20 or something like that,
Mhm.
$40. And it kind of what's your margin of money you give? How much money do I need to make this 20 back? It's just I'd rather bring the people and bring the tickets, because they're like, oh, it looks better if you bring 20 people, if you bring 20 tickets sold.
Yeah, I mean, I would figure the split would be a little bit more in the favor of the band, because I thought if you bring the people, you sell some tickets, those people are gonna pay money for drinks,
Exactly.
and or in food at the bar, whatever, and then you take care of the band through the tickets, and then let them sell their merch, and obviously keep 100% of that. I've heard stories about a cut of the merch table at the end of the night, which is fucking bananas to me.
That's
too
actually
much.
in my merch calculator. I have a merch cut percentage put in there that also subtracts taxes that you paid on your products, because those would have to be taken out merch cuts,
Right.
legally speaking.
Yep.
I'm the lawyer I was talking about.
Yeah.
And then it also subtracts any money you paid for somebody to work the merch booth, because that's technically that's their money.
Yep.
And so they can't take that out of your merch cuts. Remember that.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, you seem like you're a good manager. That's the more you guys grow, it's good to
You're
have
gonna need
somebody
that,
like you.
yeah.
Yeah.
Having someone with a good head on their shoulders that understands things like finance and budgeting. I mean, it's going to take you a long way, rather than you find yourself in a situation where oh, we didn't really factor in things like this. You're already kind of ahead of the game. So
Yeah, it's the anxiety.
Sometimes-
that stuff. That's what gets you. Yeah, we were just speaking to a band, the previous interview where the vocalist said mental issues or whatever, mental problems is what makes her such a good vocalist, and I'm like, yeah, me too. Yeah, I'm not gonna delve into complex issues unless I'm like going crazy and thinking about it,
Honestly, I have a special kind of like mental health to get up on stage and scream and like yell and do stuff like that. People like my coworkers always like, "That's you up there doing that."
I know.
Yeah, I mean, you're on a riser in front of strangers. Yeah, and or even a guitar
face.
Yeah, it's a wild form of expression.
Yeah, it's like you feel exposed up there almost. Like you feel like you're naked.
Yeah, but
I mean, I would be naked on stage if they let me.
Well,
but very comfortable in a way too, right?
Yeah. Like I remember my very first show was at Champ's Bar and Grill, and I was like 15 years old, and I remember going up there with like the biggest anxiety ever, feeling like a weight in my stomach. And in the moment we played our first song and everything was going, I was like, I just felt kind of free and felt like with the show and with the stage, and I was like, right then and there, I was like, this is what I want to do. This is what I love doing. This like feels so natural, feels freeing, and feels fun.
I told Matt one night after we played somewhere, I just said, you see, like, and it was one of those rough days. Like we got an hour away show in the rain. There was no backline. You got to bring everything. But I mean, when we got there, we were playing later in the evening. Everything you could like kind of add up for it to suck. But then we played in front of a good crowd, and everyone had energy, and we only had 25 minutes, but it was 25 really good fucking minutes, and it felt great. And when we were done, I was like, dude, after all that, if you could just bottle up that 25 minutes and sell it, you'd be a fucking billionaire. Seriously. Because there's no feeling like just fucking rocking the place and getting that good energy back. And like then you don't mind packing up the car in shitty weather and driving home, because then you got that high to ride on the whole way.
There's something about like when people are throwing down in the pit without you even telling them to. Like it just feels so good.
Yeah.
Usually I have to like insult someone or like say something. Like usually I have to tell them like, oh, you're a fucking dick if you stand still. And someone's like, fuck, all right, fine.
Do you still get any anxiety before the show?
Oh, I am a walking ball of anxiety. Every time I do anything, I always get anxiety. It doesn't matter what I'm doing. It could be like I have such imposter syndrome to where I feel like I do something over and over, and then when I go do it again, I'm like, fuck. Am I actually like? Do I know what I'm doing, or am I just like winging it every time?
Yeah, I get that.
And like I feel very self-conscious as a vocalist because it's like with strings and with drums, like that's an instrument you're playing. That's something you can practice while like your vocals are something that's coming from within inside of you.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my god, am I actually doing it right? And it's like the sounding good to the people. Like, is the band happy with it all?
Yeah.
And it's a tough thing. Like I'm very anxious as a person.
Yeah,
that's also what I try to write about too. Is like anxiety.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
But
I
like,
totally understand all of that as a vocalist as well.
I feel like when I'm in the zone and when I'm doing it, like I kind of get that sense of like relief, and I get to like let go and kind of just enjoy it, the moment.
That was
and then
going to be
once
my
we get
next
off
question.
stage, I'm like, fuck, we suck.
Yeah. My next question was, after that pre-show anxiety, like let's say in the middle of the first song, does it all go away and you start to really delve into the role and feel more comfortable?
Depends on the crowd, really. So if the crowd is like feeling it and they're like grooving and moving, it makes me just want to go in harder. But if the crowd's not feeling it, I'm like, oh fuck, like I'm just up here talking shit.
I get that.
Like, I'm just
Our North Jersey show.
it was just the bands in the crowd, like a normal show. But sometimes the bands are actually like throwing down for you.
Yeah.
But this time the bands are all like,
no.
I don't know if you saw, there is a sign at Jimmy's. It says no mosh. Yes. Yeah. So it kind of kills the mood right away.
I was trying to get a little bit two-stepping, but like
What's the biggest show that you guys have played so far? The biggest crowd?
We just played a show recently at Westchester.
Oh, yeah.
Westchester at Station 142.
And that was
that was a cool venue.
Yeah, that used to be the Note. It was owned by Bam Margera.
Oh,
what?
No way.
Oh, wow.
He has
I
a
actually-
backstory with Bam Margera.
I'm not gonna share that.
He has lore.
His family is like close family friends with my mom.
Oh wow.
That's like the extent of it. But back in the day, the Note was like a big spot. Like that was like I saw a lot of bands there for the first time when I was younger, They would like be packed out the doors. But they closed down a couple of years ago. I think it was during COVID, and then new management bought them out, remodeled a little bit, reopened the Station 142. What I'd heard was they were nervous about doing heavy shows, so they didn't really put any on. But our friends hit us up about getting on a heavy.
Shout out to Tripod.
Yeah, Tripod.
And Did We Die?
And Did
Both
We Die.
awesome bands.
Oh, Did We Die? I recently met them via Instagram. They're going to be on the show.
Dude, they're so good.
Yeah,
Oh,
they're
yeah,
awesome.
we love those
They're-
guys. Yeah,
yeah,
they're
yeah.
great.
Probably one of the best bands we've seen live.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Oh, great.
Like they're gonna rock it in here. They're gonna do crazy shit.
Yeah.
That's
Sick.
awesome.
But yeah, so the idea was that like we put on a heavy bill and it was just a free show, so that way there was nothing barring people who didn't want to spend $10 on
Right.
bands or whatever, and yes, places were packed. It was awesome. But everyone was going crazy in there too.
Yeah.
I mean, like people weren't standing still.
Yeah.
It was a pit for every band.
Yeah.
How did it get packed? Like, what was the marketing like behind it? Do you know? Because even a free show, I mean, can be difficult to draw to.
Yeah. So.
The Eagles were playing that night. And I remember people were just walking around. Like there's a lot of people who probably did not listen to this style of music, who were just like bar hopping in Westchester.
Right.
And they're like, "Fuck."
Westchester's it's a college town. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
There was me and Brett,
Yeah.
and you. One of us was talking to a lady at the bar who was like, "Westchester needs more of this."
Yeah.
So and she didn't know any of the bands. She just showed up because it was like the first heavy bill they had in Westchester for years, and it was. I mean, I think that's the big thing is like that's where like the college kids are all there.
Yeah.
And like. They didn't want to do heavy music because they were worried about like liability.
I was gonna ask, like, I mean, does that come from ignorance, or did something actually happen?
No, I think it was just they're pretty recently like renovated because they just bought the place.
Mhm.
They were nervous about people like moshing, like they didn't want anybody to break stuff.
Okay.
But
I mean, it does happen, but
Sure.
I mean, like, I think our scene gets a bad rap for that. Also, I mean, no one's out there fucking Motley Crue in a hotel room.
exactly.
In these
Yeah,
places,
that's the thing is
That's
like
the thing of the past.
yeah, it's with a lot of these heavy bands, it's like people are they're very respectful.
Mhm.
They're not there to like wreck the venue or anything.
Yeah, because they want to come back and play.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I think it being in Westchester and being free was that alone already kind of got a lot of people to walk in the door.
Yeah.
They also did a lot of flyering, and I took a bunch of flyers up to Media PA, and then some of the other bands were taking them to Westchester next.
It's super smart. We were
That
talking about
works.
it with somebody else that flyering works.
Yeah, it does.
People see it and they're like,
Yeah.
"Oh shit, I
Yeah.
like that kind of music."
And an attractive flyer too. I mean, you got to put work in, but I mean, like, that'll
I
get
think
people
ours had
interested.
AIR on it, to be honest with you.
I think it did, but-
I saw it, and we didn't want to offend any of the bands. Be like, "Hey guys, is this AI? I know you spent time typing in that font." But is it AI? And we're just like, "Fuck it."
Yeah.
Fuck it. Usually, we are very anti-AI art as a band. We have an artist who we really like, and I'll shout her out. Her name's Kaylee. I don't know her Instagram. She did our art for
Kayshiki.
Slime,
Kayshiki.
and she's doing our
nice.
current art coming up.
That art is really cool too.
We have a T-shirt of like a woman split in half, but like two, like it's like Siamese twins, and it's actually really cool. She drew that as well.
Nice.
Do you guys listen to Fall of Troy at all?
I used to.
Yeah.
That first album, Doppelganger.
Yeah.
Kind of similar to that.
That's so cool. I did have a quick question because this was the biggest show. Did any of you guys have anxiety for that one? Yeah.
The Station 142 show.
Yeah.
It was another show.
Yeah, I think it was another show.
Do you
I-
guys get anxiety like the same way that us vocalists get anxiety?
So I get very jittery. It's almost like the best way I can explain it is like if you were to chug like 4 monsters back to back, and
Yes,
like you
okay.
get that like the shakes and jitters and stuff. That's kind of how I get. But then like before any set we play, you'll always see me like hopping around in place and stuff. That's me trying to like shake off the jitters before I start
I
playing.
jump around a lot.
Yeah.
Like we do while I'm doing my vocal warm ups, I always like to jump around with these two. And like we kind of jump around, hold hands, and like, I'm like just like hooting and hollering to get like try to get my vocals warmed up, feel the flow, and then they're just joining me.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's
I-
funny with them too. With him, I always try to get him to do vocals with me on stage. So like sometimes I'd see like he's in the moment, he's headbanging, I have to go like, like, come on, your cue's coming up, and he's like, oh shit, yeah, all right.
Yeah, I can tell when it's a certain show. I can tell, Matt gets a little jittery or anxious or something. It's for me, it's opposite. So I'm sure it bothers them. I'm usually pretty even keeled. I actually never feel more comfortable than when I'm playing.
Yeah, that's
I
crazy.
would agree with that.
Yeah.
I'm more comfortable on stage than anything else.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because I don't have to be social. Because I am socially awkward. I don't really do well walking up to strangers and making small talk or conversation. But I don't have to do that up there. I just do what I love more than anything in the world is play guitar.
We have
Straight
to
voice
do
have
that.
it easy.
Yeah.
I
What about
usually
you,
do get anxious before, but that's because I do chug energy drinks before I play.
Energy drinks before?
Yeah, so
Oh,
it's I try to not do it as much anymore, but normally I'll get anxious and then I'll just like go and take a walk around the block or something like that if I can, or like try to like find like a quiet corner and put my head down. And then
kind of walk the caffeine off a little bit.
yeah, and then me and these guys are jumping around, so it when I hit the stage I'm usually pretty ready, and it's like as long as I don't get like a cramp while I'm playing, I'm usually pretty fine.
That's cool.
I just drink a lot.
It works.
Devin, do you get nervous at all, or are you comfortable back there?
Oh yeah, I get a lot of anxiety.
Oh, yeah,
like
okay.
right off the bat. But actually, at that Station 142 show, I usually drink to ease the nerves too. And definitely I drink more than I should sometimes. And that ends up making the drums sloppier. But this time I had something like going on where, like specifically, I couldn't drink that day. Like it was just like I was having like a health issue scare. So it was like the first show in a while that I played without even having like one drink before, and I felt like I didn't have like any nerves for that show, and then I felt like it was also like the best show that I played with
That most recent show, the one.
the biggest one, the Station.
So the biggest
142,
one, and
yeah.
you weren't able to ease with a little bit of drinking.
Yeah, and then I didn't even have the anxiety that day. Like
That's
I
interesting.
just like got up there and I felt like way better than I ever did for any of the other shows. So it was like really weird.
No, I can see that. Have a whatever. Have a beer, a shot to like take the edge off.
Right.
Like,
Yeah. Usually that's my go-to, but this time like I didn't have the option, and I was like, I feel like actually less anxious than I do even with the beer. And
That's
shot
funny.
usually,
Yeah.
So it's kind of weird.
Do you think you're gonna maybe stick with that strategy, or?
Yeah. I mean, like.
you pretty much proven you don't need the crutch.
Right. Yeah.
Right, so-
Yeah. Now I kind of like ease up on that. Like
Yeah.
that's only been like 2 shows ago, but the last show I kind of didn't really drink before too. So it's
Yeah.
like I feel like now I can do it and not feel. I have also kind of got like a new mindset around just like my anxiety with drumming. I can't really explain it, but I guess it's just from having played so many shows with the band, like very like close together. It's kind of like just taking the anxiety away a little bit, like just from the repetition
Right,
of the
yeah.
shows. So
Oh yeah,
I think that comes like
100%.
well too, and why like not drinking didn't cause anxiety again. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Nice, that's awesome. That's good to hear. Yeah, because I'm sometimes shitting bricks and dying in the bathroom, crying to myself in the corner.
Dude, I'm in the bathroom, and if it's like a public bathroom, or if it's like just like a one-person bathroom, like someone's outside the walls and they can hear me. They're like, I heard you screaming in there. I'm like, yeah, you have to like warm up before.
Actually-
They're like, it's really awkward.
He does it in
Yeah.
the car.
I did in the car. I wanted to ask really quick as well. Because we're both vocalists. You have such power behind your vocals. What's your history behind your learning to scream? Your technique? What techniques are you doing? How do you get that power too?
I started doing vocals probably not good and professional at all 10 years ago. I was in a band when me and Devin were back in bands like as children. Then I stopped, and then in about 2018, I started like just wanting to scream again. And I was watching. I watched a lot of YouTube videos of a lot of like popular vocal coaches teaching you how to do fry screams, false chord screams. I can never get fry screams at all.
That's
not
so
my-
interesting.
Not my style for some whatever reason. But when I was younger, I used to do the whisper screams like the.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But
I mean, that's kind of a fry scream. You just have to elevate the sound a little.
I don't know how to get like that power out with the fry scream. Like I can make the fry sounds, but I just can't get the power to come out for some reason.
Let's try it right now. You ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
No, I'm totally kidding.
Yeah, so I do a false chord scream, and I think a lot of my warm up going into it is there's like just trying to get like the vocal cords loosen up. There's a mental thing behind it too. Like I have to loosen up.
Yeah.
I jump around a little bit, and the video that I watched, a good way to helps me get like the scream going, to get it powerful, is you just start like and you take that sigh. You feel it kind of coming from the bottom of your throat, and then you start pushing it with your diaphragm to get that. Oh,
Right.
Yeah, there you go.
and that's where I learned how to scream. And then
You guys all heard it here. He's screaming very loud.
It took me. I still like. There's moments if I'm feeling a little under the weather, or I don't practice often. Because to be honest with you, I did not practice coming into this show and coming into this podcast. So I kind of was a little off my game today. I'm like, usually I can feel really good and go right into it. Especially by warming up is the key.
Mhm.
Warming up and warming down. I have a pre-game, like pre-show thing I do, and then I have a post-show thing I do where I try to cool my vocals down and I try to relax. And people are always like, "Oh, you can still talk after you scream like that? That's crazy." I'm like, "Yeah, because I'm trying to do it the right
Technique
way."
behind it. Yeah, you're not
trying
just
to do it the right way.
Well, I think that's another kind of misnomer with this type of music is people like you just go up there, you yell, and like it's not. It's a lot more to it. You know, it's like there's a technique. You have to practice. Everybody's got their own style, and that's why no two things sound alike. And you can tell. You can really tell, even if you're not educated in the scene, when someone's good at it and bad, because we've all heard a not great, harsh vocalist. And
That's why I'm
stands
always
out.
anxious about. I'm like, "Fuck, am I sounding like that up there on stage?"
You're not. Man.
You're not.
You don't have to. I think we could. Well, we're always gonna be anxious because we're.
It's funny hearing both of you guys say that. I mean, I'm obviously biased because he's in my band, but I think he's an excellent frontman. I mean, he brings a great energy and he gets good. He emotes well with the crowd, and you do the same, man. I mean, you have like
you do.
You have like I would say you're fearless up there. You don't.
Yeah.
I mean, I would never think you were an anxious person when that mic's in your hand. Like I've seen, we both played in rooms where there's not many people there, and you would think it was packed out the way you were running the stage. I mean, you're like, let me see you, get the fuck up, let's go. I mean, like you're rallying up everyone who fucking stuck around, like down to the person. And
yeah, I'm a firm believer. If you came out on a Tuesday to come see some bands at a bar, why are you just standing still?
Yeah.
Like, why are you just here to stand here?
Right.
Like, we're here. Let's have some fun time while we're together.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I try to I don't know. I feel like my whole life philosophy, like on life in general, has changed in the last few years. I like to think like I do things like worry about my credit score, worry about saving money for the future, but like I know that the future is not promised at all.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't know if I'm gonna live the next 5 months. You never know. So I try to like, especially when I'm at a show, I try to be very much in the moment wherever I'm at, and whatever I'm doing. I try to give it 100% right now, while still like trying to prepare for the future.
Yeah.
So that's like how I like to think about shows.
You could tell because I mean it comes out. I mean you're leaving it all up there.
Well done, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Cool.
But talking about the future, what's your next 12 months look like for Youth Death Club?
Recording, practicing, and we do want to start doing a mini tour, tri-state tour with some local bands, see some areas. It kind of like get out of the Philadelphia area a little bit and see what else is out there.
Yeah. Any areas specifically targeting?
I mean, we would love to one day be able to go overseas if that makes sense for us.
Oh,
if
wow.
that makes
Okay.
sense.
Yeah.
That's big.
Yeah, but still,
but for now,
having
probably
those
like
goals.
New York. Trying to see what is it? DC.
Yeah,
Because
DMV
DC has a big
area.
C. Baltimore has a big C
Yeah,
area.
yeah.
So like kind of like branching out into those places
But
right now.
yeah, like Northeast has plenty to offer. We went up to Massachusetts for an evening, so I mean, I think we've all like kind of mentally prepared, like 4 to 5 hours is our max for a single trip.
Yeah, I think we figured that out too.
Yeah.
Going to Long Island.
I drive for a job, so it doesn't matter to me.
One way in, one way out.
Yeah.
Long Island is tough.
Long Island sucks.
Don't get me started.
Yeah,
That was such a bad show for us.
I blame a lot of that on the fact that, for one thing, the venue was literally in the middle of
nowhere. Yeah.
You guys know about Shakers?
I've heard of Shakers. I've heard it being brought up.
It's on a long road, long fucking road in Long Island. Like you're literally driving. It's like an atoll. Like you're driving on like a sandbank for like 30 miles, and then it's like in a shopping center.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna continue bitching about it.
No, it sounds perfect. Sounds like a great spot to get people to go to.
Allegedly, it had a lot of big shows at some point.
Yeah, I still think
Sounds like a real ranger.
For us right now, one of the big things I think is recording and promoting our music.
Mm-hmm.
If like we didn't call for us to go out to Long Island, you know what I mean? It didn't make sense for us to go out there. We don't have fans out there. We don't have people out there. So like I think if we record music and we push it and promote it properly, the time will come to call for us to go out there.
Yep.
Like, it will actually feel like it's a thing for us to do.
Yeah.
And it makes sense. At that time, it did not make sense.
Also, I just want to be clear that like I'm not talking shit on Shakers. They were very nice. I'm talking shit on the situation that happened. I just thought,
I love you, Shaker.
I do think that the people at Shakers were very nice.
Yeah.
But
The
the
venue-
situation was ridiculous.
The venue was cool. The stage was huge. The stage was massive. It just wasn't handled very well.
I've seen that.
Is there any specific thing that happened that wasn't handled well? Or do you guys don't want to talk about that?
I mean, like, so one of the big things is none of the current members of the band put together the show.
Okay.
That's something that should be mentioned. And one of the things that was big was like, hey, is there a PA system? Hey, is there a drum set?
You're asking for a lot, dude.
And there was like,
Apparently we were.
the member was like, oh, like there's no communication with the venue. And I'm like, that seemed a little sketch. We get there's a drum set, there's a PA system, and we just rented a U-Haul for nothing.
Oh,
We
wow.
brought, we
That's
brought
rough.
the whole kit. We brought our
Wow.
PA. So I was like running the sound.
Yeah. When they had a sound system there, they had a drum set there.
Yep. They not only had a house kit, they had an entire mixing board, PA system, everything. They had cabs, and guitarists were asking, "Hey, should I bring a combo? Should I bring an amp head?" And we were like, "I don't know." They had a bass cab. They had everything there.
Wow.
Like all we had to do was
contact with the venue.
yeah.
Right.
All we had to do was bring the gear on stage, and that was it. And we ended up renting this U-Haul that cost us more money and more trouble than it should have.
I can imagine.
It was a huge pain in the ass. And it was
Yeah.
all day. And it really shouldn't have taken all day because Long Island's not that far from Philly.
Right.
But traffic and shit. Well, traffic, yeah.
All right. Well, so recording is definitely going to happen.
That's the main goal.
Okay.
December, January, February, we're gonna kind of like play a few shows, but mostly recording is gonna be our main goal.
Do you have like a hard stop in mind? Like we've got to be done by whatever, or
So when we did our demo Slime, we kind of did that. We're like, oh, it needs to be done by 420, and we didn't get done recording until March. So
right down the wire.
Yep, and we really regret that. So this time we want to do it very differently. We want to record, like almost sit on it if we have to.
Yep.
Have everything ready, polished how we want, so there is no rush to like fuck. We wanted it to sound like this, but we need to get it out there right now.
Mm-hmm.
So that's our this time we're gonna take our time. We're gonna record and do things the way we want to do it.
Where are you Do you have a place in mind?
Yeah,
Or a method in mind?
one of our friends is one of our good friends. He's a drummer of a band called The Light Below. He has his own home studio
Nice.
that he records bands. He was the former drummer of Tripod, and if you listen to their album that they put out, it's a fucking banger album. The drums, the vocals, production.
Real quick, so I can.
Yeah, let's shout him out.
Give him a shout out.
Yeah,
What's
because
the
they're awesome.
band name again?
The Light Below is his new band. They're a brand new band. They're just started out. I don't
Nice.
think they played any shows yet, but
Oh wow.
he's good people. He's very
Big Oak Basement.
Big
is
Oak
the name of the
Basement.
studio.
Big Oak Basement.
Has an excellent drummer and an excellent producer.
Dude, yeah.
Nice.
If you guys get like anybody who's listening, also you get the chance to listen to their album Tripod. It sounds like I showed Devin it because he was like, oh, who are we gonna record drums with? Who sounds good? He calls me back. He's like, dude, this sounds like the newest Knock Loose album, drum style.
No way.
It's
Yeah.
very, very good quality.
It's
So we're
just like the production of it.
Yeah.
Not necessarily like playing and stuff. But
Yes.
Like, except for
Sure.
vibes.
Yeah. I love good production. I don't like overproduction, but I like
Yeah.
good production.
I would agree.
Yeah.
I think that's like where we're trying to like find ourselves now. Is like we have a very raw, chaotic energy.
Mm-hmm.
To where like we want to have that clean sound, but we don't want to go too much into it.
Yep.
We still want to like feel like we're us.
Right. Yeah. I think you can achieve both if you do it the right way. Right. I mean,
Yeah.
you want it to be professional,
Yeah.
but not overly sheened.
Not like
Sick.
sterile, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
To where like when you hear us live, you're like, is that the same fucking band?
It's the worst, and then, I mean, certainly as the artist, you definitely don't. That's the last thing you want. You want it to be like instantly recognized. Like, oh yeah, that's. But you know what better compliment is like, man, they sound just like the record.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, there's like a whole thing about how like Ogo producing songs, like if you can't play them believably sane-ish enough live,
Right.
because we played with a couple bands that, I'm not gonna name anybody, but like that couldn't quite pull off their recordings without having certain equipment on them.
Right.
But like we can set up anywhere and play all of our stuff front to back if we need to.
Right. Yep.
Yeah.
I think that's the more important thing than having this like really heavy sample, like overly produced.
Yeah, I agree. I don't. I like samples and even like
Oh, we have
tasteful.
Yeah, we're big
Yeah.
samples.
Yeah, I know. I've seen you with the pad and stuff. Yeah.
Oh, we stopped doing that now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we stopped doing that.
It was fun when you did it.
We have a
Authorized
piano now. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I mean, even tastefully done backtracks just to fill, like to bring in more. That's cool. But when I've been to a show where there was more stems than band.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw a group play, and the lead guitar player was like playing a solo or like lead riffs. I mean, you couldn't even hear it past the stemmed in rhythm guitar.
Yeah.
I mean, there has to be a line, I think, with that kind of stuff, especially. I mean, at our level, I mean, we have something to prove, like that we belong here doing this.
So that's like with our new band member changes, that's kind of like a big reason why we brought these two guys a part of the band, is because like we felt like we were struggling with the recording aspect. Devin went to college for this. He's a music and producing and engineering, so like he brings us to that next level.
Yeah.
He writes guitar. Like we have a song coming out that has like a acoustic guitar on it, and it jumps into a band. That's all written by him and him mostly.
Oh, that's sick.
That's awesome.
Awesome. I love hearing stuff like that. I mean, he's not just playing drums.
Yeah.
He's
And he sings too. He has the voice of an angel.
Can we get a little sample?
Oh.
I haven't yet.
I was gonna say, are we breaking balls again?
No, I'm being 100% serious.
Eventually, I will probably do some like clean vocals for them.
Nice.
But we haven't like
Great.
written anything yet.
Yeah,
I can't wait to hear that.
Yeah,
No,
I'd love to.
Yeah, no, I love a good mix of harsh music with
Yeah.
and beauty and brutality.
Right.
People call
And Dan, here he fucking definitely ups the quality. Like one of my biggest things with metal and heavy music is that the bass just kind of plays root notes.
Sure. Yeah.
This guy is out here actually playing. Like when
Yeah.
you just like separate all of the band and just listen to like he's playing, it is very and like he practices. You could tell he puts his heart and his like love into what he's doing. And
Mm-hmm.
I only know the one instrument, so I gotta compensate somehow.
He's
I
not
can't-
just a guitarist playing bass.
Yeah.
yeah,
That makes a
the
difference.
bassist.
Yeah, the true bass player. I think that's another thing.
Yeah.
Just shout out to Tyler, who's gonna co-host with us one day. But our bass player brings that too. He has it's his own instrument. It's not. He's not just following us on
You
the
know,
guitar.
I did want to mention this. I was actually like when we saw you guys live, specifically your bass. His name's Tyler too.
Yeah.
I gotta kill him now.
Sorry.
There can only be one.
But when I saw you guys live, I talked to them all the time before we had the member switch. I was like, you guys are inspiration from how tight we want to be to like how your performance is live. It's like you guys kind of have that still that raw chaotic energy, but you're tight. And your your bassist was a big thing about it. Like I can hear him grooving, and I can hear like he not only does he just like, he doesn't do just the rhythm of the song. He is a part of why the song is great.
Right. Yeah. He's got a real contribution to everything. And I mean, you guys have that too. I would say, first of all, thank you. That was very kind.
Yeah. Sorry.
I'll be the first to tell you, you found it here. I mean, you guys have a solid sound. You can tell you're a functioning unit. I'm sure someone's going to be saying that to you next time. So well done.
Thank
you. And I'm glad we have a short-term goal and a long-term goal in getting on a plane and going playing somewhere. I love hearing that. So yeah, I mean, best of luck with the album. I can't wait for it. And
yeah, me too.
I don't know. It sounds like you guys have a plan and you're executing it well. You have management in the group. You have experience and all sorts of other stuff. So I mean,
good looks.
Yeah. And an absolute stud.
Yeah. Can you guys zoom in on him?
You actually have shimmer effects planned on that side. But no, really, a lot of good stuff on the horizon, guys, and I think everyone's really looking forward to it. But thank you for hanging with us here. I think we had some really good conversations, and I'm happy to say I think we really got into some stuff we haven't yet so far. So this is going to be a unique episode.
Yeah.
Where can everybody find you guys and listen to your stuff?
Yeah, we're on right now we're on Spotify, but our demo that's on there is gonna be we're revamping the demo.
Okay.
We're gonna fix some of the things that we don't like about it, like the drums. It's one of our biggest things. It's very out of time. So we're on Spotify currently. We're on Instagram.
But don't listen to it.
But don't listen to the single word. We will update it by the end of the year. Before the year is over, our newest version of the EP will be updated.
All right, you heard it.
So listen to it then. But we're on Spotify, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube.
Basically all the streaming services.
What's that one that you like?
Tidal.
Wow.
Not all of our stuff is on Tidal, but most of it is. Even like Apple Music, stuff like that, we're on there. And then you already said the subjects, right? Like Facebook.
Yeah, Instagram.
Dead Youth Death Club.
Yeah.
One word, right?
Death Club.
Yep.
Not Dead Youth Club. Do not get confused. There is actually a band who just started called Dead Youth Club.
Shout out to
Shout out to them.
Hey,
I was like, what the fuck? I
Dead
thought
Youth Club, how you doing?
The original name. I was like,
hardcore band from Baltimore.
Yeah.
Oh, and they're not even far away.
No.
I want to play a show with them.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be cool.
That would actually be pretty rad.
YC, the DYC Club.
I just want to say, guys, listen to Youth Death Club. Follow them. This band is awesome. If you get a chance, go see them live. They really shine live. And I'm pumped because you said that you guys are trying to really translate to your recordings. I love your recordings, but the fact that you're going to even try and make them more whatever, I can't wait to listen to it. So anybody listening, follow, go listen, go see them live.
Thank you.
Go see PERN live.
No.
Yeah.
December 26th at Kung Fu Necktie with Did We Die and
I swear to God.
Yep.
I hope we get this episode out before December 26th.
It's fine if you don't.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
You guys killed it.